Alright guys, back with the car. So, I have the heater on. It is extremely cold outside. It's like 10 degrees, but it's going to get down to like -4 later tonight. So, the heater's pretty much going to be on this whole time. So, I'm just going to kind of yell if I can. So, hopefully you can hear me. So, I have ordered the eBay turbo kit. I ordered an eBay turbo and I ordered an eBay wastegate. Now obviously there's going to be other parts that I'm going to need that I have not ordered yet, but we'll just order them as they go. I'll need some fittings for the oiling system, which I already found on Amazon. I'll probably need some AN line just to for your feed and drain. What else? And I'll need a blow-off valve, but the cold side, I'm still not sure what I'm gonna do. So I'll show what exactly I ordered on the screen, and it'll be over time, but I'll show what came with the kit and how it fits. But the first thing I'm gonna start with is the headers. So with this kit, it looks like on the hot side, one header is front-facing, so the driver's side is front-facing, and the passenger side is rear facing. So first thing I'm gonna have to do, which obviously I have the cooling system in, I'm gonna try to leave it, although this bottom radiator hose down here is leaking. So I might just take the hose off and drain it, because I think I'll have to take the hose off anyways to see why it's leaking. And I knew it had a leak when I vacuum tested it, so yeah. I did heat cycle the motor, and it did okay. It started to get warm before the radiator was completely hot, so I don't know what that was about, but I think it'll be fine, especially once I get the fan on and everything. But what else here? I might have to look into the thermostat, see what temp the thermostat is, because I don't think it started flowing until it got to around 230 degrees. So I'd probably like a cooler thermostat than that. So yeah, maybe I'll undo that, but I'll at most I'll take the radiator out just so I can have room for everything. But I'll have to take the mufflers off, take the ignition stuff off, just so I can get the headers out of there. But it's gonna be piece by piece. So I'll show these real quick. So these are what I got here. The welds look pretty good. Try to turn it around. Look pretty good. Welded inside and out. The kit didn't come with any real information. I'm just going off the pictures. It looks like this one over here is the front facing. The only reason I know that is because there's a weld right here on this tube, and I believe the reason why is because you couldn't bend it far enough, because it's got to be out of the way of the steering. So from the pictures, that's what it looks like. So like I said, first thing I'll do, probably take apart the cooling system and then get the headers off and start putting on the new headers. My only concern with these headers is I think this is going to be in the way, so I might have to modify those the power steering lines going to the rack, but we'll figure that out when we get there. So I'm going to stop talking and I'm going to get to work. All right, so you're probably going to think I made this up, but I decided to just take the hoses off, keep them on the radiator, because the radiator is going to have some fluid stuck in it, and I don't want to make a mess, right? So I go to take this hose off. What? Dude. There's like, what the? You see, what? There's acorns in the, what? How's that even possible? Maybe that's why it was overheating a little bit. I mean, it didn't overheat, but it was like not flowing as well as I would expect it to. And I think I found why. But now I don't know, like, were those in the water pump or were they in the hose or like what? I don't even know. There's like a lot of them. There's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And then there's one still stuck in there. I'm gonna dig into it and see what. I've never seen anything like that before. Okay, well. All right, so I took the water pump off. Figured it'd be easy to just get it out of the way. And I had a feeling that some acorns got down in it, which there was one inside the pump, but I do believe the port on the top there, where's my finger? Right there. That's the out, to my knowledge. So it shouldn't have been sucking them in that direction. I did like twist it around to try to get some like stuff out of it. And there was only like a whole acorn. There was no remnants. So I don't know if it was the radiator hose that was full or if it was the water pump. I honestly have no idea. That's the weirdest thing, but I'll have to flush out the radiator and just make sure it's all good. But okay, so driver's side header is on. And I actually think it might clear fine. So I might have just been worrying about nothing. I'll have to kind of eyeball where this goes, but pump and actually clears everything, it looks like. I was a little worried about these lines. I thought it was going to be right there, but it's tucked up perfectly good against the block there. As you can see, that bolt there. I have a very small chassis ground there. I might move it somewhere else. That was just temporary. But yeah, so far so good. This manifold on this side fits well. So I'm gonna start working on taking that one off. I do think, I could be wrong, I think the pipe goes under the K-member. I don't know if that makes any sense, or it goes under the, like in between the motor and the K-member. I guess that might be, sorry, it's a mess, but I actually brought it out here because I'm gonna start mocking it up. Maybe that is how it fits. That would be really slick if it fits that way. Maybe I'm stupid for thinking it goes under there, but yeah, so I'll get this header out, get the other one on, and then once we start going to mock up this, whatever you want to call this, cross pipe, maybe that's what it's called, we'll take a look at the fitment and you'll see how it looks. All right, real quick, took off this header. This is the side that was on the actual header. This side kind of separated when I pulled it off. The header was actually being held on just by this RTV. Like, I took all the bolts out and I had to pry it off. So it stuck really well. And honestly, I think it might work out pretty good. It might leak eventually, especially once I get some back pressure through this exhaust. But yeah, I'm just gonna do the same thing again, but with the turbo header this time, and we'll see how it goes. Okay, as you can see, cross pipe in. And yes, it does go under the K-member, so I wasn't crazy. Yeah, I was thinking it'd be insane if they could fit it through there, but I was just tweaking. So it is in. Took a little finagling, not much, honestly, but yeah, just cranked down the V-bands. They look like it's all lining up well. It's very sturdy. I was questioning whether I'm gonna have to brace the turbo. We'll see once I get all the weight on it, because I'll have to put the turbo on it. I do have the wastegate. Now I'm gonna go grab it, but I'm almost positive it's going to hit here. So I'll have to go grab that. The turbo is not here yet, because the turbo is actually like coming from deep in China. So it should be here within the next few days. Definitely like exhaust housing is gonna have to be coming out this way. So my assumption is if that's the case, what the cold side should be right here. On this side, this is just my vision. And then V-band right here, and I was gonna send it right under the frame. Do front bumper exit. Once the bumper's on there, we'll be able to configure that better. But I'm thinking exhaust right out the side. And then this kit, this guy sells it as a hot kit, like hot side kit only, and then has one that has cold side stuff. Well, I'm not sure if it's like actually going to, I don't know if it's a bunch of universal pieces or if it's actually gonna, you know, fit this car specifically, because the ad on eBay has a picture of the hot side kit on, which is identical to this, exactly what you're looking at. But he does not have pictures of the cold side. So I don't know if he just sent universal pieces, which is fine. Universal pieces, and then we'll just piece together the cold side. Honestly, I was kind of thinking, because I feel like eventually this is going to get a high ram. I was kind of thinking about biting the bullet and doing a, you know, high ram with a tick intercooler. But this is supposed to be low budget. You know, maybe down the road we'll end up doing that, but that would make it so much easier because then I go straight out the cold side straight in. But we'll have to figure that out. I'm gonna go grab the wastegate. Pretty sure it's not gonna fit, so what I'll have to do, the wastegate came with a flange. I'll have to probably have one of my buddies that welds stuff. We'll have them make a like secondary manifold that bolts to here and maybe either puts it below this radiator support or aims it down. But I'll go grab that and we'll try to mock it up. All right, as you can see, this is my wastegate. Got this one off of eBay. It was $60. Actually, it looks really nice, but you know, looks can be deceiving. And let's see here, I already kind of looked at it. Doesn't look promising. So clearly not going to fit. Try to get a better visual here. Way too big. So I have a couple of options here. I could do like here's the problem, is the more I kind of angle this, the less effective the wastegate will be. And I already think that this is kind of an inadequate setup for a hot side wastegate, but I could be wrong. So I could angle it like a 90. That is feasible. Or I could angle it down, sort of like so. So it would be kind of under the car, under the radiator support at least. As you can see, there's the cross member. So I think could do a little angle, get it to bolt up under here. And it shouldn't be the lowest thing on the car. I guess I wouldn't know until it's actually bolted up, depending on how much angle we put on it. And I'll probably have to buy another flange, because I do have one flange that'll be for the outlet, although I could just leave it open. It won't really matter too much because it's aiming at the ground. So I guess I could use the two flanges this came with. So I'll pull out. I think I could probably use these. With some pipe, maybe with a slight bend on it. And these will relocate the wastegate. So I'll have to see who I can find who can do that for me. Otherwise, I gotta wait for the turbo. I'm gonna need some O2 or like the narrow band extenders, mostly for this side, just because that one's kind of all the way back there. I'll probably run it to the front of the motor and down. That side kind of goes right there. I actually think it might reach, if not maybe just a short extender. So I'll have to order those. Otherwise, I am pretty happy with how this fits. This looks pretty good. So I think I'm gonna leave it off there. This one will be pretty short, but I have some parts that I need to order and some things I got to figure out. But I will link this turbo kit. Actually, I'll just link the hot side just because I don't know anything about the cold side yet, if it's going to fit or if it's even worth it. So I'll link the hot side in the description just in case anyone's interested. But it does fit well, and I actually had my doubts, but it fits well, and it's probably worth the money. I do think the guy has it on sale right now, just the hot side kit, because originally I was just going to buy the hot side kit, and then I ended up ordering the whole thing because I was like, you know what, I'm going to have to order that stuff anyways. So I had it in my cart on my eBay account, and I keep getting alerts that he has them on sale. So I'll link it, and if you're interested, go pick that up. But otherwise, I'll order some parts, try to figure out the fixes I need, which, by the way, this not fitting right here is not the kit's fault. Like I showed before, the radiator's kind of hillbilly rigged into the car. So I could just move the radiator forward, which I might still do. We'll see. But I'll do some figuring out, and I'll let you know what I do.